need y'all to step into the chat. In New York.
Wow, you got all that, huh?
All what?
Over 1,000.
Yeah, I'm about to put
You
this
really
on real
connected,
quick.
huh?
There's clear.
I'm about to do this real quick. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, 12 Bells. Hey Joshua, how are you? So I received this in my on my Instagram, and I was been getting texts and stuff on Facebook, and so I decided I wanted to highlight it, show you guys what they've been saying. And I'm just really
Clearly a
trying to set
serial
up this
killer running around here.
video. I don't know why
Clearly.
I can't get it to start from the beginning, but I'm going to open it big so y'all can see it completely, and then we're going to talk about it.
They're not making it aware. They're not really bringing it to our awareness. They're not really putting it on the news like that. They're just saying body found here, body found there, body found here, body found there. First it started in Queens. I think they found like 3 bodies in Queens like 2 months ago. Now they just found a body on Jackie Robinson. The other day they found the body in the river. And all of these bodies are of women, right? They're not disclosing the identity because I guess they don't probably know it yet. But the ones from prior, the 3 from before, I think they should have a clue of who these women are, right? Moral of this post is women, be careful. Watch your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? For real. Don't be having them AirPods in where you can't hear nothing if you're walking, when you go into your car. Be aware of your surroundings because something is going on. There is a serial killer in New York. And I don't know why they're not sharing it. I don't know why the FBI is not speaking about this, or the NYPD is not speaking about this, but something is going on and we have to try our best to remain safe. You got little girls, you got daughters, that take the train, public transportation, all that stuff. Make sure that they are safe and make sure they're not always in these phones as they're walking, and just really be aware of your surroundings because something is going on and they're not sharing it with us. Okay. So my dog is coughing. That's just my plight. We have to remain vigilant of what's going on around us because something is going on that they're not sharing with us. New York. Women, I need y'all to step into the chat. In New York, there's clearly a serial killer running around here. Clearly. They're not making it aware. They're not really bringing it to our awareness. They're not really putting it on the news like that. They're just saying body found here, body found there, body found here, body found there. First it started in Queens. I think they found like 3 bodies in Queens like 2 months ago. Now they just found a body on Jackie Robinson. The other day they found the body in the river. And all of these bodies are of women, right? They're not disclosing the identity because I guess they don't probably know it yet. But the ones from prior, the 3 from before, I think they should have a clue of who these women are, right? Moral of this post is women, be careful. Watch your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? For real. Don't be having them AirPods in where you can't hear nothing if you're walking, when you go into your car. Be aware of your surroundings because something is going on. There is a serial killer in New York. And I don't know why they're not sharing it. I don't know why the FBI is not speaking about this, or the NYPD is not speaking about this, but something is going on and we have to try our best to remain safe. You got little girls, you got daughters, that take the train, public transportation, all that stuff. Make sure that they are safe and make sure they're not always in these phones as they're walking, and just really be aware of your surroundings because something is going on and they're not sharing it with us. Okay. So my dog is coughing. That's just my plight. We have to remain vigilant of what's going on around us because something is going on that they're not sharing with us.
Okay, I wanted to show that to you. Now, as far as I understand it, we had a 50-year-old man washed up His body was washed up on at Brighton Beach recently. Lower East Side had a 76-year-old woman found, and we gotta be for real when it comes to seniors and um, sex workers and transgender people um, getting unalive. They don't really make a big deal out of it. It always gonna come down to the family and how much the family invests in trying to get the word out. So it's a possibility that the bodies that have been, found recently are of people that don't have, strong families. You know what I mean? Because if you don't have somebody advocating for you, they're not gonna make a big deal out of it. It'll be a report possibly that somebody hear about, but they're not gonna make a big deal because it really comes down to your family saying that we need justice. Um, I wanted you to see this one. That's why it's important to have, you know, that support, because it will come down to that, you know. And we always like anytime a sex worker gets murdered, unalive, anytime they get unalive, come on now, they hardly again, it still has a negative stigma to that profession, regardless of what laws they passed, and they just don't make it mainstream. Like it really got to be pressure from the community, and I feel like they're not gonna make a big deal out of these recent findings because one of the findings was of a skull and body remains, so that had deteriorated over time, so it wasn't a recent crime, and they got to go through forensics and so forth to try to identify the body, see if it was a missing persons report. You know, it's so many things to it. But when you finding skulls, that's how old is that body? That is the skulls, right? Again, the 50-year-old that was washed up on the shore, where his relatives, where his family members, we don't know. But if they don't come out, we're not gonna hear about it. It's just the way it is. Somebody always got to be advocating. So I want to thank Catherine with Friends for sending me that reel that you saw on my Instagram. People been, they concerned because they know I'm outside. Hi, Chris. Shout out to you. Um, they just want it to be known that you need to be concerned. One of the reports I saw, they said that they found remains in a. I wrote it down how they said it. They said that it was a empty lot that was possibly used as a homeless encampment. It could be like they trying to work their way up to try to discourage um, the new incoming mayor's plans to support homeless encampments. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely political, and they looking for because you find bones. Come on now, that's crazy. Did the person like it's just a lot going on. It's definitely crazy. Look, Chris, they I think they just it's political. Once they found the bones, why didn't Mayor Eric Adams talk about it? He's leaving. He don't want no problems. In fact, he just want this ball to drop. You know what I'm saying? They ready to move on. But I'm gonna let y'all listen to another person talk about this crazy issue, and just so y'all could be aware. And I'll come back and tell you a little bit more.
So everybody is talking on social media that there could be a serial killer in New York City. There's a couple bodies found in Harlem, all throughout the boroughs. And it's becoming a trend on social media because they see it's getting a lot of views. So you're telling people, guys, this is a serial killer, watch your back. Let me ring the alarm for you if you didn't know this. My true crime people know this, right? Um, there's no way to confirm how many serial killers are out there, but we're going to give you a rough estimate. The FBI criminologists estimate there are roughly 25 to 50 active serial killers in the United States at any given time. Individuals who have killed multiple victims but have never been identified or apprehended. At least 25 to 50. But wait a minute, let's go on a global situation. On a global scale, there is no agency that's tracking active serial killers worldwide, and estimates vary widely. Now, watch this. In 2018, an analysis was done. They extrapolated from unsolved linked murders, suggesting that there could theoretically be around 2,000 serial killers at large in the United.
I just want to enter here, enter in at this point to just, you know, let you know that see how some guys, how they got to tell a story. Like we talking about bodies being found in New York City, and he gonna let you know that they not tracking this kind of stuff. He's basically trying to get on the fact that they're trying to say, oh, it's a serial killer, right? And he's like, he's trying to make it tangible. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't want you to just jump to saying these things. And so he's going based on tangible evidence, right? And I don't think it's making anybody feel more comfortable. Like he's just this is how he's talking. I listened to him, so I'm sharing it with you. But I'm like, you know, letting me know about active serial killers is supposed to mean what? Like, can we identify the bodies that were found and what's going on? Like, how long was it decomposing? Because I know for a fact that your body doesn't become a skull within two weeks or a month. You know what I'm saying? Like there were body parts found in the abandoned lot. That means somebody got them bones and decided to discard them. Like why did you find them? They're in a discarded lot. So who decided to walk in there? It's just it's just like, like we gotta make this make sense because this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the man body that washed up, who was it? Like you okay, he 50, he 50 and what's his name? What's going on? Why was he in the water? Like they just these are topics they don't want to discuss. And it's like, what's going on? Like what are y'all doing? Let's go back.
United States alone. There is no estimate or speculative, excuse me, though this is estimate and speculative and not an actual figure. So let me just say this. The ones that they do know is roughly around 25 to 50 active right now in the United States, just alone. And so what is that saying? Before people started sounding the alarm, they were always around you. I hate to say this, they're always around you. And that's why you have to really, I hate to say this, keep your head on a swivel.
I gotta come back to this because this is what I'm telling you. Like when I start freaking out, because I don't know what's the last thing I started freaking out about. I started freaking out about something, and I was told basically like this guy is saying, he's like, that's every day. Like, what are you talking about? Like you around this all the time. like like you living every day. Like why are you driving yourself crazy? This is what some people be like. and they just want you to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want you to keep it moving. He up there going back with all these statistics. Like, there's serial killers all throughout the United States. They around you all the time. Like, hello? And then you know that they make these movies all the time about these serial killers. Tubi got it. Um, Life Elements, so that's Lifetime Movies Network. They always talking about serial killers, right? But where's the justice? We got to get these, because um, CSI and those other police shows, they show you a unit that's after these people. That's what you want to know. Good day, mate. How are you? You come in at a good time because you know you like stuff like that. Good day. So let me go back to the guy. But you know how some people they gotta go about statistically, this is not uncommon, blah 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 blah, and it's like, wait a minute, like, why was the person walking? For me, it's like, why was the person walking in a vacant lot? The vacant lot's got high weeds and stuff growing in it. No, nobody's, how you noticed it was a skull in there? How you found out? How? Like, something not right. Who called? Who made the call? I want to know. I want to know more. Let's go back to the video.
They're always around you. You ever heard of the saying, you never know who's watching? So you got to be careful out there. So you always have to take a proactive approach on when you go out alone, especially if you're a female. Some serial killers, they target male. My theory is a lot of them are truck drivers. They going from city to city and things like.
Where's my truck drivers? I got so many subscribers that are truck drivers. We got Chuck and Z. We got like, why he going there, right? Why he going to the truck drivers? You see how people got biases? He could just give us the facts without going there, but he went there. I think it's hilarious. It is what it is. But I know a lot of truck drivers. They're here on social media, and this dude right here is like, y'all's the serial killers. He gotta go back. He's a mess. This dude, like, why he went statistically, and now he gonna be like, you know who they are though. I know allegedly, and it's like, where you getting this from, yo? Like, stop. They check in. They have a GPS on their truck. This is a agency truck. Anyway, the truck has a camera. It's GPS. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he's not gonna get all into it. But let's listen. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to him. Okay, we had a female, we got a male. Let's listen.
That's just my theory. A lot of them could be truck drivers. A lot of these people, for whatever reason, they never get caught. Hopefully, with technology, that number will dwindle down and people will start getting caught more now that we have the technology and cameras are everywhere. But even when we have cameras everywhere, people have Ring doorbell cameras. Some people still get away. So, I know people are talking about, hey guys, there's a serial killer in New York City. They're everywhere. In fact, they just caught a alleged serial killer, Rex Heuermann, the Gilgo Beach serial killer, alleged serial killer. He's awaiting trial now. I think they're trying to determine whether they're going to have all the victim cases in one trial or try him separately. But guys, man, I hate to ring the alarm, but they're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. And what can you do, though? Just to give you my own thoughts on what you can do to protect yourself. When you're walking outside at night or anywhere, don't wear earphones. Don't wear headsets. Don't do it because you don't know who's going to sneak up behind you. I see people at night with their headsets on, you know, their earbuds or whatever. And when you have your music blasting, you at a severe disadvantage. When you at a rest stop, okay, whether you're going down the 95 corridor or wherever you're going in the country, people, like, I travel a lot in my vehicle, so I know if you have a van that parked next to your car, what you need to do is you need to wait till that van leave or call the police. They'll understand. Just tell them which rest stop you're at. If you're going down 95, I stop at the Maryland House all the time. And I had to accompany somebody to their car one time. So you got to be careful with at the rest stops. A lot of it happens at rest stops, believe it or not. And a lot of people are kidnapped at gas stations, especially at night. So if there's not a well-lit gas station and not a lot of people around, you don't want to go there, especially at night, especially if you're a female, male, anything. If you get into an Uber, make sure the license plate match up in the car and also make sure the driver match up with the account. You'll be surprised how these foreigners be using other people's accounts. I'm not trying to stereotype or target any group of people, but I just know you got to be safe.
Okay, he said he's not trying to stereotype or anything. First of all, the stereotyping is saying truck drivers. That's number one. Number two, he said, if the van is next to you, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. Okay. What we definitely can have a discussion about and what we can put the alarm about is that there have been 11 plus bodies found on alive throughout New York City. And just to be aware and alert. You know what I'm saying? There's some extra stuff going on for the New Year's due to these extremist groups um, against the practices of deportation. So they after ICE, there's a pushback. So to be vigilant and mindful because of those things, but to generalize it and to be like, but they always out here. What's the issue is that it's like he said, you always getting kidnapped at the gas stations. Okay, he's doing a lot. Like if you was getting, so what gas station did you recently hear about kidnapping? That's what we can always home in on an issue because um the blanketed like it's happening everywhere is extra ridiculous, especially since now in New York we have a lot of officers on platforms riding in the cars with you. But again, there's a reason for that, right? Like, because you know that they don't be always telling us. Yeah, it was like over 11 bodies over like 3 months. So like it seemed like we came into this quarter crazy. And in this quarter, you have the Rob Reiner situation where his son allegedly offed him and his wife. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've been having a lot of craziness. You got that guy who shot the guy from the health department. And then that's what I'm saying again. Like, who are the people? They're not identifying the names of the people. They said they found 6 bodies, 6 women and stuff. Like, they're not getting into details because what are these people getting killed for? And it's like all kind of crazy stuff going on. But it's like not random. Like it be different, like by blanking in it makes it sound like there's random attacks. And oftentimes when we're looking at the news, it's really not random. It's like this guy's girlfriend, this baby mama, his baby mama, he killed the baby mama, or whatever. It's not unprovoked. So unprovoked meaning you didn't have to do nothing to get it. Usually these people have some type of relationship, right? So that make it like it's just random. I think that we doing too much. You know, 11 isn't enough for McDonald's. They need thousands for McDonald's. What about McDonald's? Let me tell you something. There's been so much weird stuff going on, right? And I think it's just to rear up because they don't want to be bothered with Zoran. They want to give Zoran a bunch of nonsense. They want to give him a run for his money. They want to get him, okay? Because Bones, how long it took? I want to know, why was Bones in a vacant lot? Bones in a vacant lot? Who put it there? Body washed up at Brighton. What's going on there? We gotta identify where was the locations of the stuff, why, and why is it in every borough? It's because it's a problem. They're trying to make a problem for the mayor. Like whatever they getting these bodies, wherever they had them, they putting them in the central area. And you telling me you don't got nothing on video? We got all these video cameras. Where's the families of? We got that many people, and they don't got none of them have families. It's not that it's not possible, but come on now. We got people. Somebody always checking in. That's another thing. It could be, somebody's out by themselves. Check in, make sure they got home. There's things we can all do a network. We have a buddy system, whatever. But we're trying to convey is that you need to be on alert. If you in New York City, every borough's done had a problem. Every borough, and it's uncommon. Okay, let's go back. Let him finish. Let's listen to him.
What else? Anywhere, just by yourself, you just have to be aware and trust your instincts. But again, guys, there's serial killers everywhere.
That's usually how men tell you stuff. You come up there fighting and complaining about something, maybe you crying or whatever. He said, "There's serial killers everywhere." Really? You would think that there'd be more. Anyway, we're not gonna get into it. So they mentioned this guy there, Rex. I didn't know about Rex, and he killed 11 people. They trying to get him for 11. Listen, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you got those guys that faked the UPS. They was faking that they were UPS workers. That's a weird video. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it's very disturbing. And they got cameras everywhere. It's weird. It's been some weird stuff coming into the end of the 2025. I don't know why, you know, but I heard about the guys pretending to be UPS workers, right? I looked at the video, and the kid goes out with his dog, and the UPS worker is talking so nonchalantly. Oh, he's talking about the dog and stuff. Walks the kid back to the young man back to the house, and then immediately, you know, there's the issue, right? They end up unaliving all the adults, left the children alone. They're like toddlers, and it's just a crazy, crazy scene. And I like looked at one of the videos where they was in interrogating one of the guys, and the guy was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there. Like I wasn't there." And he said, "You're gonna stick with that story?" And all I kept saying was, "With his lawyer. Like they shouldn't have no conversation without his lawyer." And then I started saying to myself, "What am I doing? Like we just watched the video. We know that guy did this, but I was still in my soul from the the stuff I've been, in classes and stuff. I was like, with his lawyer. I really was. I was like, it's like he's supposed to have his lawyer present. Like this interrogation, like what's going on? Like what's going on? I don't know. Animals 12, not humans. They did that to avoid being identified. He said everywhere 12 is everywhere. Okay, well, I'm just happy to be alive. We need to just be happy. And I wanted to just come out and let y'all know that we got to be on alert as New Yorkers because they trying to flood my, because remember I got this video on Instagram, right? On my Instagram. My YouTube notifications was flood about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj nonsense don't got nothing to do with this. You gotta watch out what they doing. They want to talk about Nicki Minaj. They want to send her. They want to deport her. She got a green card. They doing a lot. They talking about a bunch of craziness. They're not even talking about stuff that's legal. So we gotta watch when these people are doing foolishness. I wanted to see if I could show you a picture of Nicki Minaj. I'm just messing with y'all. Anyway, your browser has blocked your screen. What happened? Y'all see me? Okay. I said what I wanted to say. Let me just make sure I'm on. Because I got those things for y'all. Okay, good. Okay, so I just want y'all to know. Be vigilant. You can do your own research. They have been reports on the news. I'm just saying they're not harping on it, right? So they had found bodies in Harlem River, East River, Lower East Side. The Lower East Side, a 76-year-old woman. And maybe she just didn't have family, right? In Brooklyn, a 50-year-old man was washed up on Brighton Beach, right? They got it. It's all over. You can research it, okay? But let me see. But we let people with 15 warrants, 17 charges, and 12 private run free. It's crazy, right? I listen. What I can't get over is the remains found in the lot. The skeleton is what's going on. I just let's just pay attention, guys. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Thank you for coming in, and I hope to come on before New Year's because this is the 29th. We got 31 days in this month, so I'm gonna see y'all again. Hey, Chrissy. So Chrissy, just be safe out there. Because the bodies is coming everywhere. Bodies. Okay, later, guys. Peace.